There we go. All right, we're going to start. And what I'm going to do today is I've shortened up my little room here because I'm going to work in a very small round. There's a lot of people that you find yourself, you get up, maybe you're in your bedroom or you have a small area. Not everybody has a huge gym or a huge basement or whatever. I'm here to tell you, you can do quite a good warm up and a workout using weights in a very small area. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to do this in such a way that if I were just, nobody came on this morning and I just said, you know what, I'm going to go ride my bike. Before I do that, what are the primary things I need to do? So you see I have my pad here. See, I have my kitchen chair here. Okay, I can step up, do a little knee lift. So when you step up, don't be real quick to go to the next move. Stabilize. So when you step up, before you release your foot in the back, ask yourself, am I bent too far forward? See, a lot of times when we step up, this is what we do. That's what I don't want you to do. I want you to act like I'm punching you right here. Now step up. Step up, pull the knee up. And when you pull the knee up, I will tell you, if you're on this pad, you're going to rock and roll. Okay? That is part of the warm up. So I'm going to step. I'm going to punch myself, say rib cage up, drop my chin, breathe into the nose. The knee is soft. Bring the knee up. Then go back down, do a little bit of a semi squat or a semi hip hinge. Take that foot down, okay? I am breaking down a very simple maneuver, one that people do in classes and that you do all day long. However, unless you step back and really ask yourself, what is my positioning? What muscles am I really calling forth? You just kind of go through it. You get into very bad habits. I get into bad habits, okay? I'm telling you this. And I'm telling you that this is really the crux of training, is catching people in their missteps, in their compensatory moves that they move through their workout in. And see, I can do a very few of these and get quite warmed up. See, I'm doing all those parameters. And whenever I come up like that, man, I am rocking and rolling. And if you tend to have a problem with balance, you might even need to do this with your hand on a wall, your hand on a chair, a little rod, something. So I'm just telling you, don't take this move for granted, okay? If you do a set or 2 sets even of 10, stepping up on a little step area, it could even be the bottom of the stairs. So most stairs are about 6 inches. Some of them are 8. Okay, and then if you start adding an upper body component, what is that? Okay, I'm going to just move my arms like I was walking. I'm going to bring that knee up. And so I can tell you that right after class today, such a beautiful day, most of the traffic is going to be gone. And I'm going to jump on my bike. Okay, well, if I jump on my bike, these muscles that I'm working you through right this moment properly are going to be engaging. And whenever I get on that bike, I want my back, my hips, my legs really on target, on board. So see this? See, I just swing my arms Bring that knee up as high as possible, slowly, with the alignment whole thing going. See that? And when you do this, and you bring that knee up, you are going to be doing all kinds of maneuvers through your ankle. I am warning you about this. So see, that was an example. I went to go all the way up, but I wasn't on balance enough, and I had to bring it down quickly. So I go through this move many times, but I'm doing an abbreviated warm up right now, and I'm choosing this very compliant little step pad. Okay, many of you have them. I do have a couple more. If anybody from around here ever wants one, I'm telling you, if you've had ankle, knee, hip, back issues, this is your ticket right here. Okay, just a couple more and we're there. Okay, one more. And take a big deep breath. Now, I'm going to just stand here and I'm going to put my toe back. Okay, then I'm going to shift. Drop my shoulders. Act like I'm standing in front of you, punching you here. As you shift, get lined up. So this is the biggest deal. And if you get this under your belt, see, I just put my toe back there. Why? To lift it? No. To really feel the full weight in this leg, okay? And to not be all leaning too much, okay? So then I bring it back. I just do it maybe 2 times each. See, I'm gonna put that toe back there. My knee is soft, but I'm gonna remind myself to extend. So I can either punch it right here, or I can say rib cage up. The minute you say rib cage up, you're gonna feel contractions. That's what I want. And I just put my toe back there. I'm not lifting anything, I'm shifting, hip hinging, rib cage upping, put my toe back there. I might do a task, which I'm going to. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna work joints in at least 2 different joints in 2 different angles, and it's gonna make us use our muscles differently in that same joint. So that's what I'm gonna be, because I'm gonna hit what I would do if nobody had come on this morning, okay? And I'm just gonna realign. I'm gonna get my back woke up, my core woke up. So now what have I added? I've added a tap back and I've added a heel lift. I'm lifting the heel. Now, that is using my hamstring in that curl, okay? Then I'm only gonna do a couple. Then I'm gonna shift and I'm not gonna curl. I'm gonna squeeze my gluteal, say rib cage up, and lift. And hang out here for just 1001, 1002, 1003. Now pretend with me that you have weights in your hands. You see where I'm going with this? Yes. So if I have weights in my hands, I tap back. I've already done a curl. So I'm right here and I'm gonna shift, say rib cage up, breathe in through the nose. And I'm gonna squeeze the gluteal. And I'm gonna lift the whole leg up while I maintain this extended position in my back, okay? Now, mind you, if I had weights here, I would be doing more than double duty, right? Okay, that's where we're going. Yes, yes, yes. So we did 2 moves to affect the hamstring, the knee, and the hip, okay? Now I'm gonna come here where I started. I'm gonna pretend I have weights because we're fixing to pick them up. I'm gonna come up, which is what we did, right? So I'm gonna come up here. Okay, now I'm gonna do one that I seldom do whenever that I'm just in class like this. I only pretty much do this if I'm one-on-one with somebody. and I can see what they're doing. So once I've tapped here and I've gone here, okay, now I'm going to take this leg out. I'm not going to take it out all the way. I'm going to take it out until this is starting to scream at me. And then I'm going to put it down. Again, I have my chair here for a reason. So if I'm going to have you do a couple of these, like I just did it, I want to make sure that you're working on the muscle and the bone that I intend to. And sometimes when our balance is suspect, we get so worried about our balance, see, that we get offline. So if you have multiple joints replaced, if you have joints that are arthritic, let me tell you, this is a great move, but you've got to have something to help you with your balance. So now I did this leg. Okay, now I'm going to go to this leg. Okay, so I'm on my left leg now. Had I not put my chair here, I would be over leaning. Okay, don't do that. Put your hand on your chair. You're not grabbing it or anything. You're just using it to press down on. Shift your whole body. Tighten the tummy. Drop your shoulders. You're tapping here. You're going to bring it up. You're going to bring it up as far as you can. So don't grab your chair. Push down on your chair. Okay? Say rib cage up. And then there you go. I go into that leg out position. So why do I not do this generally in a class like this? Because I know you cheat. And if you cheat on this one, whoa, it could really have implications, okay, into your back. So you have to be lined up. So shift. Here's my foot right here, tapping. Maybe that's as far as you can go. Then you're going to go straight leg from that point, okay? And you're going to go out there like that, and then you're going to come in and down. See that? But if you can bring it up, bring it up. When you bring this up, do not lock this knee. Soft. Rib cage up. Breathing in through the nose. Out through the nose. Whoa! Take that leg out. It doesn't have to be straight, but as straight as possible. And you hang out there for a few seconds. Then you come down, tap, and down. Shift. All those parameters. Do it over again. Rib cage up. Drop your shoulders. Put your hand on that chair. Do not overlean. Soft knee. Bring it up as far as you can. Get ready, because when you go out, this is where the cheating happens that could cause you a lot of problems. And we don't want to cause problems. We want to help ourselves. That's what we want to do, is help ourselves. Then I come in, I come down. So see, that was 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. I'm going to hit it one more time on either side, because this is some of the stuff that I would do if nobody had come on this morning. So I'm hitting some joints in multiple ways that affect the muscle and the bone. Okay, first thing you do is look at your stance. So we're going to hit each leg one more time. Okay, why do I want you to look at your stance? Because some of you, instead of putting your hand on a wall, a counter, a chair, you know what you do to get your balance? You turn your foot out like a deck. So I'm saying, we'll do that sometime, but not now. We want it pretty straight, all right? Now you're gonna sit back. See how I sit back? See that? See this right here? It's a hip hinge. That's how you want to start moving. Okay, you hear this all the time, but some of you still might not have made the connection. The minute I push my hip back, I say rib cage up, or I punch right here. Shift, knee, foot on the pillow, lift, say rib cage up again, push down the chair, soften the knee, boom, right out there, okay? And you're hanging out there for 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, yeah? Then you're gonna bring it in, and then you're gonna bring it down, shift, all that lineup goes again. Hip hinge, rib cage up, Put your foot up there. Push down on the chair. Don't be pulling on it or you're gonna find yourself on the floor. Okay, punch yourself right here, okay? So yeah, I will tap somebody right here. So depending on who it is, I don't know, I might tap a little hard. Oh, okay, so see, I'm out here. This is like screaming. Yeah, should be. Breath, breath, breath. That's 1, 2, 3. Bring it in, bring it down. Yes. Okay. Then I'm going to bring my chair back here. So remember some of those things we did because we will revisit them on today's workout. Yes, we will. Okay. I'm going to start now, since I got my legs woke up, front and back. I'm going to put my chair right here. I'm going to do a series of squats now to introduce our strength work, which we've already started with our leg. Okay. Always keep good weight training glove around. Gives you support, keeps your hands warm, helps your grip. Yes, it's a very good thing to do. All right, so I'm going to go down here, and I'm not going to pick up my lightest, okay? Because I've been doing stuff to get woke up. I'm going to pick up a 9 and a 9. Okay, you can pick up whatever you think is medium heavy for you. Okay, this is medium for me. 6 and down would be light. So I'm going to do a wide stance. I'm going to do that famous hip hinge. And what goes with the hip hinge? See, everybody should be yelling at the screen right now. What goes with a hip hinge is drop your shoulders, keep your chin tucked, and say rib cage up. That's going to keep you from that wrong position of flexion in your back when you're doing a task. Now, we'll do some flexion when we need to do some mobility work. However, when you're lifting, as we are when we do a squat, or I'll just say a sit to stand. So we're going to do a sit to stand. So I'm going to go into this move. I'm going to start pushing where? On my feet. Where? Heels would be the right answer. Okay, so drop your shoulders in through the nose, out to the nose or mouth. And you see, all I'm doing is taking my little 9-pound in each hand weight, and I'm resting them on my quad right now. And I'm going to do a sit to stand. And I'm going to check my feet. And whenever I'm standing right now, did you squeeze your butt? Gluteals. Gluteus maximus, minimus medius. Yeah, you got all three. Squeeze. Yeah. But when you squeeze, don't hold your breath. And take a look at your stance. Some of you are standing screwy. You should be wide. Your toes should not be turned out much more than, I don't know, 10, 15 degrees, just a little. And then down, if you do it at all. Mine, pretty much, I stay pretty straight because that feels fine for me. Some people, depending on their hip position or injury or whatever, but you're not going to be looking like a duck. That's it. So sit to stand. Here I am. So I would do several of these. Why would I do several of these? If, number one, I'm going to pit each joint action in 2 different ways, and I'm going to jump on my bike. Okay, this move right here, this is a very important move to do, to wake you up and to employ all your muscles all the way down. Okay, and I've got 18 more pounds that I just chose to pick up. All right, now as I do this, I'm going to go from resting them here to 2 different bicep curls. See that? So as I go down, I'm going to come up. As I come up, I'm going to take them down. Okay, so I'm going to do a sit to stand. I'm not gripping the barrel. I'm holding on. but it's not like I can't loosen up my grip, okay? So here's the deal. What I want you to do right now, and some of you aren't paying attention to the position of your elbow. As I go down, I have to really think because, and as I come up, if I don't, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my elbow too far back. So my point here on this one is to work your bicep in a forward position. See? Meaning my elbow is in a forward position. And it uses your bicep, your deltoid, actually your chest, but especially your bicep, differently. When you go from this, see the position of my elbow? Okay, watch your knees. Don't let them cave on you. Meaning go to the middle or go to the outside. Heels, pull, keep your elbows forward. I know, it's a weird feeling, isn't it? Yes. Breath. Okay, now we're gonna just stand here and do the move. We're gonna do this move. Pull, okay? Your tummy has to be super tight, number one. You have to have chosen the correct weight, not too much, not too little. You want it to push you, but when you get to this point, you gotta keep your shoulders down. Yeah, down. You gotta keep your tummy super tight, okay? Keep your elbows right in front of your tummy, see? So I'm not all the way in the middle, which I could be, but right now I want my elbows riding on top of my hip bones. See that? So as you come down and up, your chin tucked. Don't jut your chin out. I do a tiny hip hinge and then I come down. Okay, now don't do the hip hinge at all. Soften your knees only. Bring the weights down and then pull it right back. Breath. 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 Breath in through the nose. Out through the nose if possible. Keep your elbows in front of your hip bones. Drop your shoulders. Yeah, soften your knees. I know it. I know it. You have to think of everything. Breath. Shoulders down. Just two more. Just two more. Ugh. One more. Good. Okay, bring those weights right down. And put them down. Open your arms, just like that. Okay? Drop your shoulders. Open your arms. Okay? Keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders down. See, you're walking through a door. You're acting like you're walking through a door, which, if you've been doing a lot of gardening, a lot of landscape work, whatever, painting, you need to do this move right here a lot. So people that are on a bike, when they get off the bike, they should find a tree or a side of a building somewhere and just pull. Yeah, well, we're just doing them both right now. See that? My fingers are going back, my shoulders are down, my tummy's tight. Yeah, just like that. Okay, shake out. Okay, now we're gonna do an antagonistic move. Okay, I'm gonna still stay with lighter weights. I say lighter is because these could take a much heavier weight, but I want to stay lighter, medium, so that I can really hit these in from my shoulder. So I'm gonna go down, grab, I'm gonna come up, and here we go with the elbow thing. I'm gonna go into a hip hinge. I'm gonna look at my stance. The hip hinge goes with a rib cage up cueing, right? So rib cage up, my elbows are right here, and I'm gonna press. And then I'm gonna pull my shoulder blades in. So I'm gonna do two of them at once. I'm pressing, and then I'm gonna go shoulders together. So press, shoulders squeeze. Press, shoulders squeeze. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. Keep those elbows in. Press it back. Contract the back of those arms. Now squeeze your shoulders together. And then release and bring them back in, but keep your elbows right here. Okay? Press and squeeze in. So it's coming back in. Press, squeeze in. Press, squeeze in. Press, squeeze in. Now, same move, only I'm going to have you go ahead and sit. And if you've noticed, I'm sitting on my little pad right now, okay? So I put my stepping pad right here on my chair for a reason. In just a moment, we'll take it out, but not right now, okay? So we're gonna follow those few. I don't even think we did 10, did we? Don't answer that, Kathy. Okay, we're gonna lean in with a wide knee foot position. See? So when I bend in, I'm bending from my hip. Okay? Elbows are in. I'm going to press back now and squeeze them in. So it's the same thing, only now my focus is right on the move instead of my stance because I'm leaned in already. Okay? So I'm going to go push, pull in, bring them back. Elbows in, tight. Okay, push back, pull those shoulders in. Here we go. Push back, pull in. Here we go. Push back, pull in. Here we go. Push back, pull in. Breath, push back, pull in. Now, hang out and just do little tiny, see how I'm doing, just little tiny pushes back. Every time I push back, I'm going to squeeze my tricep right there. See? Right there. Yes? Right there and right there. Good. Now put those weights right there. We're going to still stay with a medium weight. Okay? So whatever medium is for you. Because now we're going to do a variation on the bicep curl. Okay, we're going to do one sitting and one standing. My sitting one is going to be the turnout. I call it the 45. It's just a 45-degree turnout. Okay, so you're going to drop your shoulders. You're going to turn your hands just a little bit, like a 45-degree angle. And you're going to come here to your deltoid, see your shoulder. See how? So I'm hip hinged, I'm leaned in a little, my chin is tucked a little, but I keep my elbows right at my waist, okay? I keep my palms not turned up, just turned out a little bit. See that? So this is a very important move for a lot of shoulder issues, okay? This little 45-degree turnout in a bicep curl is a big deal, okay? So stay with me. You got to keep your elbows in, keep your chin tucked. Any forward movement comes from your hip, okay? Breath, just a couple more. We're almost there. Breath, just two more. You can do it. Here we go. Put those weights down. Open the hands, drop the shoulders. Thumbs are turning back. Now, as I do this, what am I going to do? I'm going to open and lift and act like I'm crossing my leg, but I'm not really. I'm doing a stretch right here. So I'm pushing. This is my hip replace side. So see, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it, but I'm getting a really good stretch right there. Okay. Take a big breath, bring it in. Okay, get ready. Here we go. So I'm going to put my leg there, press down on the leg, Open the hands back again. Open. Breath. 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 They're jumpy this morning. I don't know why. Maybe it's a coyote or two. Okay. Nancy didn't hear that. Okay. Okay, you ready? Now we're going to do that the third move on our biceps. Before, we kept our elbows in, correct? And we did our bicep curl, correct? Okay, this time we're going to take the arms back and we're going to come in with the elbows back. It's going to be a different angle, okay? It's going to be using your shoulders differently. These are all extremely good for somebody with osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, shoulder issues. Just check out the move. Make sure you don't get too heavy on your weights. And they're very good moves. We're going to do this one standing up, of course. So what am I going to do? Before we did it in this position, and then we just turned it out, right? Now we're going to go back here. See, I'm going to start from back here. So I have a good stance, rib cage up. I'm on all four corners of my feet, right? Not just the heel or the toe. That's what I mean. I'm going to start back here, but I'm not going to swing it. I'm going to pull in and then pull back. I'm going to pull in. Then I'm going to pull back. Breath in through the nose, out through the nose if possible, or the mouth, whichever you can do. Okay? Take a breath. Pull. Here we go. Yeah. All the way back. And then I'm going to hang out back here. And I'm just going to come right here. See that? Just right here. I'm going to keep my elbows way back there. But my shoulders are down. Breath. Go. Go. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. Breath. So you're just coming up just a little. Keep your elbows back. Yeah. Breath. Breath. Two more. Two more. Just two more. Okay. And before we put that light, or not light, medium weight down, we're going to take a wide stance. Okay. Big breath. Yeah. Wide stance. I'm fixing to kick this pillow out of my chair now. You know what that means. Okay. So now what are we going to do? We're going to do the final big move with the medium weights. I'm hanging on to one, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hip hinge. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways so you see what I'm doing. I'm going to hip hinge first before I take and turn and go down. Okay, let me move my chair back just a little so you can see what I'm doing. I still have my 9 and my 9 in my hands. I'm going to turn to the side. So here's a move that gets a lot of people in trouble. Besides the tying my shoe type thing, which rounds your back, and then you hear a pop or you feel a pop and you go, oh, my back. Okay, that's the number one. Here's the number 2. Turning and going down. So we're not going to turn as we go down. We're going to push our hips back. We're going to stabilize into our heels. And then we're going to turn and go down and lay that weight right down at our heel, at our toe. See that? Yeah. So I want you to get this in your head, especially my gardeners out there, my landscapers, my travelers, grandparents. Learn this move. Push back, then turn. Put that down. See that? Now you're back in your hip hinge. You're in your squat. Then you're going to turn and grab the first one. And you're going to come up. Yeah. Now you're hanging on to this one. You're going to go down. Now you're going to turn. You're going to pick it up and turn back. Now you're going to come up. See, I don't twist it while I'm applying pressure or trying to pick up a heavy weight. I turn after I get set. Turn, place it, turn, come up, push back, turn, place it, come up. Okay, so this move should be a really natural move for you. Okay, so I'm going to go down, I'm going to pick it up, come up, yeah. And let's say you want to pick them up, both of them up, because you're very efficient people, right? So you want to be really efficient, right? With your moves. So let's say you want to pick up both of them when you're down there. Fine. You get set, you push back, you turn, put it down, you turn, put it down, hang out here for a second, say 1001, 1002, 1003, and now you're going to turn, pick up one, turn, pick up the other, and now you come up to a full standing. Still in a wide stance. See that? Take a big deep breath in through the nose. So by virtue of breathing in through the nose, here we go, one more time. Down, 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 place it, turn, place it, hang out there for a second, into the heels, 1001, 1002, 1003, come down, turn, pick it up, turn, pick it up, hang out here for a second, push into the heels, and you're up. Step, step. Yay. Okay. Put those weights in. Those weights in. Okay. So here's the deal. See, I'm going to jump on a bike and or take my dogs for a little walk or whatever. So what have I done? Let's backtrack. Number one, I got warmed up and we're going to use a very heavy weight now, and we're going to revisit one of our warm-up moves. I use my shoulders and especially my biceps and my triceps in multiple ways. I already demonstrated several ways to do our warm-up, see, to get a little more, to use your muscles a little differently. It's that simple. You tap back, you pull in, or you lift, okay? All of these becomes quite different when you go and pick up a heavy weight. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to come over here. And what I was going to say is, so I'm picking up 15 and 15. So whatever is heavy for you, that's what you want to pick up, okay? Whatever you think is heavy, okie dokie? Now, just to get a feel for this, I'm going to go shoulders up to my ears and then down, okay? I'm going to take a wide stance. I'm going to go shoulders to the ears, but now I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to push into my toes just a little, meaning I'm just barely going to bring my heels up. Oh my goodness. That one move is going to send some of you totally out of line because you're going to feel like you're falling. That is okay. Feel how it feels to stay on balance. Bend your knees a little. I say bend, soften your knees. You've got these heavy weights right here. Okay, line yourself up, say rib cage up, bend those knees, soften up the knees, and barely lift your heels. Yeah, stay into the ball of the foot, basically. Then bring those shoulders to your ears. So we're using some very basic, tried and true moves but we're squeezing out the best of them by lining up, aligning, number one, and then really work those muscles. So right now, if you just made that one little change right now, instead of just standing flat-footed, just bend your knees a little, say rib cage up, and then bring those shoulders to your ears as your heels are off the ground. Yeah, they're off the ground a tiny bit. They don't have to be way off the ground, just a little, enough to change your focus or your to shift your weight. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so see, I'm continuing. I'm finishing up all of our shoulder work by doing this very important trapezius, shoulder, upper back, and I'm killing my calves right now. Breath. Ooh. So what I wanted to tell you was, it's a perfect thing to do to go for a walk, go for a bike ride, go for a swim after this strength session. Yeah, because you're unloading, right? You're actually recovering, but still doing some work. Okay, I got two more here. Stay with me. Stay with me. Breath. Oh, one more. Here we go. Breath. Okay, go back into your regular foot stance, and you're gonna have to turn your toe out. Yeah, to help release and recover that calf. I know it. Who would have thought? Okay, take a breath. Okay, now I am on the floor. I am not on my low pad, but we're gonna do some of the same moves. Okay, now I'm gonna use my chair this time. So I have a heavy weight. So here's my suggestion for safety. When I have a lot of weight in my hands, or I suggest for you to do it, and you're gonna do a one-legged stance, I'm shifting, and what am I gonna do? I'm gonna bring one leg and bring it up to my chair. See that? Then I'm gonna bring it down. And I'm gonna try to do it without sliding into the move. What's a slide? A slide into the move is doing this. See, this is a cheater move. So you want to bring that leg up and tap it down. See that? Shift, tight tummy, drop your shoulders, bring that leg up and bring it down. Now, if you choose to do this, which it's fine if you choose not to, got to be aware of the possibility of losing your balance. And when you have this kind of weight in your hands, it could be a very not pretty sight. So if you need to do this, perfect. Line up, don't junt your chin out. Just bring your knee up like we were doing in the warm up and tap your toe on the little disc. Perfectly fine. If you choose to go way up here, you need to have a safety mechanism, meaning you need to be by a wall where you can lean against the wall if you need to, or if you have to do that significantly, maybe just do this one, okay? So I'm gonna go back to this one. I'm gonna come up right there, see that? And then I'm gonna just go like that. See that? That's a big deal. And you could do it here, and then you straighten. Remember this? Yeah, we did it in the warm-up. And maybe that's what you do. So you're smart people. You need to be able to figure this out. And if you're struggling when you're moving, see, and the foot is this high, then you might need to go lower. Okay? Just like that, just like that. See, if you just do that, that's a big deal. That kind of shift, especially for somebody with a joint replaced, wow, that's a big deal. So I'm just doing this to explore your movement options with weight, okay? Take a big deep breath. I'm gonna bring my weights right here. These are the heavy ones. And I'm gonna put my toe back here. And I'm gonna do curls, okay? I'm gonna do probably 6 curls, and then I'm going to rotate to the other side. Shift, tight tummy, bring that toe back. You ready? You're going to curl, try not to overlean. Curl, breath, keep your knees soft. Curl, curl. Okay, I think 1 or 2 more. Oh, 1 more. I like to drive Kathy crazy. Okay, take a breath. Bring those shoulders up. Get ready. Go back. Now you're going to go straight leg. It's a very different move. This is back work. This is hamstring work. This is butt work. Do not turn the toe out. Keep the toe headed down. Breath. Keep your chin tucked. Duh. Breath. 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 And come back. Okay. Here we go. Other leg. Yeah. Tight tummy. Hang on to those shoulders. Okay. Keep your chin tucked. Don't roll your hip. Some of you are trying to roll your hip. I want you to lift with the gluteal and the hamstring. That's the back part of your leg, not your quad. And many of you will roll your hip because you're trying to use the stronger muscle. I don't want you to use that. I want you to use the weaker one. Breath. Breath. Okay. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. Oh, and come back. Now the pad is not in my chair. I got heavy weights. I'm going to do a sit to stand. And in sitting down just now, some of you, you know what you did? You narrowed your stance. That would not be the smartest move. So you want to go at least shoulder width apart, maybe even wider, okay? These are heavy, all right? Take a breath, drop your shoulders, tighten your tummy, and stand. In through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Try to take it in through the nose. So we're doing a sit to stand with quite heavy weight, okay? 15 and 15. Think of this as, let's make it real practical. See, I'm doing a sit to stand. I'm wrangling 15 and 15. So let's just pretend that you have 15 pounds in a sack full of stuff you just bought, right? And you have to turn them and you have to hang on to them while you're getting in a car or a bus or whatever, okay? Yeah, I know. And stand back up. Take a big breath, tight tummy, shoulders are down, and then come back. Nice. Now I'm going to go put these weights down. I'm going to peel that back. Big breath. Yes. And here I am with my little bar. Okay. So if I was on by myself, I might do a few of these like this. Get my breath back. Get my helmet. My little bike gloves, get my little vest on and head out the road. All right, just like that. See, I'm just walking, I'm rolling my shoulders with a little bar. I'm gonna put it down, then I'm gonna go into this kind of a thing. Okay, just a big W, and then I'm gonna just give a big hug, and I'm gonna drop my shoulders. I'm going to step wide. I'm going to do turns. So the only thing we didn't do a lot of today in this whole thing was my adductors and abductors. We did a little, but not specifically. So I wanted to go through some main moves, especially for the part where osteoporosis tends to sit in first, up and through here. Yeah, I know, it's just a fact. Anyway, so I'm gonna go for a bike ride. I hope you're gonna go do something fun today. All right. And I'll be loading these, I promise. Seriously, I promise.